Hey guys, and welcome back to the next episode of Cryptopolis. I moved this over here and made a few more gas burning generators, because just like the whole steam boiler engine was overbuilt, I'm going to overbuild this too. So there's absolutely enough power going into our network, because I've also put in all the speed and energy upgrades into these. So all of these gas burning generators are being supplied with lots of ethylene, and we have more ethylene than we need. We also have a surplus of oxygen in here. And that's going to be how we make our Certus quartz and fluix. Because if we look in the quest book at the chemical crystallizer, ethylene makes fluix, and oxygen makes Certus quartz. And that's going to be our route into Applied Energistics, which is going to be a whole thing, as it always is. So let's move forward on that. Sorry about the noise. Let's see if we can do something about it. I don't want to kill it completely. There we go. Because I like to know when the machines stop working from the silence. We'll just use this. What's your name? Pressurized reaction chamber. You're not that loud. Alright. And the reason I'm okay with using the mufflers, this muffler, and not the muffler upgrades, is you don't need your blocks to make a noise. The mod creator made the noise, but made the noises too loud or too obnoxious in order to then necessitate the need for a muffler. So it's a created problem. It's like if somebody caused misfortune in your life because they wanted to sell you the solution, right? So we use this. So moving forward, we want the crystallizer. I suppose there's a lot of things that start with the word crystal. So how much of that do we have? We need one more of these. Just a click away. There we go, and daggone it. So we slap that there, and it's comes pre-configured to the left. So it's going to be giving us Certus quartz right there. Let's get a drawer. I want the 2x1. So right like that. And let's climb up on top here. Configure outputs. Front output eject on. There we go. And then config gases input. Let's turn off the left. And when that uses up all of this oxygen, it should automatically start pulling in ethylene. That might take a while. Shock pendant? You don't say. I don't know how I feel about the shock pendant. Because lightning is a bit dangerous to be flinging around without control over it. So what's next? The charger. We can make that right now. Like that. Oh my goodness, I'm really getting sick of that. Charger, good. Next is charge Certus. Okay. Oh right, this goes that way and that way. So the mysterious cube is made in the inscriber. That's not the inscriber, that's the inscriber. So let's... Oh, we can't make it yet. I should have put this on top. That's easier, isn't it? Let's be smart. Well, we check this very quick. I have all of that. So let's head over here and just put stuff into the barrel to wait for us. So what do we need? That's a charger. $67 blocks of iron and 2 sticky pistons. So that's 1 stack plus 3. Don't have any pistons. Let's just make a stack. Oh, I only have so much cobble. Okay. And then slime. Don't have any slime. Whoops. Here we go. Let's take those back. And let's make some slime. Slime is easy. Just grind up wheat and then put water on it to make dough. And by the time we're back over at our barrel, we'll have plenty of dough ready to go. And then it's just lime dye, which we'll need to make some more of. And there's a bunch of slime for us. And 2 sticky pistons ready to go. Now we just need the fluix. How are we doing over here? Still going slowly. You know what we could do is make more of the upgrades. So energy upgrades go in there. And then we want speed upgrades. Boop, 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 boop. They go in there. Ah, look at that. So much nicer. Should have done that first. So that holds 8,000, so 8 buckets. So we'll get to see how many Certus quartz we can make with 8 buckets. What other upgrades can we toss into this guy? None. Just the muffler, which doesn't make much noise, does it? Wow, that is significantly faster. And now we're making fluix. So 8 buckets probably makes 80. Or no, it was 8 to 1 bucket. So 8 buckets make 64. So fluix crystal. So we can get that and that. And we've completed the mechanism chapter section. Excellent. So now, let's go over here. I put 0 effort into this area so far. Did make the sawmill because I needed more sawdust. And if you want something that needs a muffler, that's it. Put the charger down. Will it use this power? It says offline, but I think that means it's not connected to a Applied Energistics controller. Yeah, it works. Here we go. We need dust. You don't do that. Okay. Excuse me, I want one more, thank you. Will this work? Yes. There we go. Done and done. So we need a Certus quartz block, and a fluix block, and some silicon. So let's look at the ways we can make silicon. Ah, it can't be nether quartz. That's interesting. So let's actually, just for the sake of keeping things consolidated, move this over here, and we can have dedicated silicon production right next to the Fluix crystals. Because we can take this furnace and give it some upgrades. We want the factory. What are we missing? Paper? Factory upgrade, and we want speed upgrade, always. What are we missing? Sugar. And we want... I think that's it. Can we upgrade this anymore? I think netherite is the top, short of the rainbow furnace, which that'll take a while, but that makes all 8 of the plating though. That makes 2 netherite furnaces for the core. That can happen later. And put all of this in the system. Put this back in the backpack. Go in here. And do that. Now, it's ridiculous. So did it have to be powder? Yes. Okay. Let's double check. Does the crusher work? It does. The inscriber also works. Actually. I do not have a spare crusher. So we make one. Here we go. And you in here. You're gonna need upgrades. I'm gonna run out of infused alloy in a minute. There we go. Let's get you going. A stack of iron in there. and configure output auto eject. And a netherite furnace pretty much does all of that instantly. It's great. Let's swap this over to making... Oh, that's items. Gases. So let's swap this over to making Certus again. Grab a stack of those. Is it 2x2? It is. We can make our inscriber. So let's check. Really wish this didn't rotate. So that's the piston there. See, this whole rotating thing makes this 10 times harder. If the orientation of the piston matters, I'm going to be upset that this rotates. So if we look at a face, it's alternating through the middle with a fluix in the middle up and down. And then this is a ring of iron with a fluix in the middle. Oh no. And our top layer is same as the bottom layer. Okay. I'm short 1 iron block. Oh, because I put this in here. Gotcha. Good. Now we need charged Certus quartz. Which I need to not throw yet. And go. And I think this gives us 6 inscribers. Yes, it does. I don't know why you would need 6, but maybe I will need 6 in this pack. So, inscriber setup. Honestly, I want that in the room beneath here. But for now, let's just set this up here. And I want some access to underneath. So good, and the next thing we need is the Certus quartz block. So it was Fluix down here, Certus up here, and a silicon there. And then we make a mysterious cube, slap it down, break it, and we get our presses. You know what would be great is if we could attach these to the create mechanical presses and then just assembly line all of our stuff. But that is not our reality yet. We need some Fluix dust. What? Are you kidding me? Nobody's doing this first. Especially since it looks like it progresses that way if you don't, like, really pay attention to those arrows. I'm not making the cube again, guys. I did it. You were there. You saw it. And you know what? When you do this, you don't get the reward. So every time I've done that, I didn't get the C-buck. So that's the price I pay. The very next thing we want is the matter condenser, which is painfully easy. Let's get out of there. Boom, that's done. What do we need next? Our circuits. Oh, this is always one of the least fun automation setups to make, is automating these. Good, so that's all 4 of these figured out. Printed engineering circuit. logic circuit, calculation circuit. And that's the silicon. There we go. And since we have them, let's just use that. And these just go together. I don't know why I went in there. And with this, we will have our processors. Good. So boom, all of those are done. Now that we have processors, we can start thinking about making our ME system. The drive uses these storage components, and then to access it, we need the terminal, which needs these cores, and we hook it all up with quartz fibers, fluix glass. We don't need the energy acceptor if we make ME controller, unless that's somehow changed. But we've done a lot, and I want to get all of this set up better. So I'm going to handle that off screen and bring you back in the next episode. And until then, hope you have a great day. See ya.